Hey everyone, this is Bryan from the Casual Tryhard Podcast, and we're doing another Shadows over Innistrad draft. Thankfully, we have a format that is not hot garbage, so this has been quite enjoyable. Hope you've been enjoying the videos. Feel like it's just deck and stone. Premium removal is good. Mystic retrieval would be good. Like if it wheeled, like deck and stone plus this, this gives them a card, but you do get to like just work through just recycling removal spells. Pyrehound is also good. But yeah, we're totally taking deck and stone. You can listen to me and my podcast partner James talk all things Magic. Just search Casual Tryhard MTG. If you want to reach out to us on social media, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, all that stuff in the description below. If you want to support the podcast, you can. What can you do to support the podcast? There's our TCG Player affiliate link. Click that, and when you go buy your cards after clicking that link, we get a small percentage. Or there's a Patreon link to help to support us more directly. And we're taking Seven for the Bloodline. Like, we just have two. They're both sorcery speed, but we just have two just kind of ridiculous removal spells here. This is no good. Ongoing Investigation is good. I kind of want to put this deck together at some point, but we've not had the chance. I'd be happy if Imprison the Mood came back, if Puncturing Light came back. So there's things here, but I think Sever the Bloodline is clearly the pick here. Just two premium removal spells. This is old-timey Magic where like removal spells are good. Right, one of the best creatures in the format is a 4/5 with a paragraph of flavor text on it. Like just sorcery speed removal spells get the job done. Yeah, and if you like the videos, like and subscribe. Let's make that happen here. Now this isn't good, right? This is like they get to keep their best thing. It helps if they go wide. I don't know if it'll wheel, but I know I'm not super excited about it. Like I'm just gonna take Certain Death. We can just kill all of their stuff. Right, we have got to get mana to do things. Dead weight. Sure. I mean, this is a deck that can just win games with Devil Thorn Fox. It doesn't matter what we have to win the game, as long as we have some stuff with power and toughness. We could have two Pyrehounds. Like, there's someone's gonna get a good blue-red deck, but we're just gonna dead weight. I mean, now we are super hard black right now. We don't really have anything that makes us want to be white, but I think all of these cards are pretty solid for what we want to do. All right, we can take another Certain Death. Let's see here. Fiend Hunter. Bleeding Memory. I mean, this is a way to, like, win the game. It puts us in another color. I don't see any reason to. And Dradu Corpse Trawler is good, but it's gonna take another Certain Death. Like, there's no reason to go into another color. We're gonna cast our spells. We're gonna take Fixing. And then we're just gonna eventually find ways to win the game. Like, Necropod is a way to win the game, but it's probably Skeleton. Early blocker can recycle it, so that's fine. And again, we're not really committed to Deck and Stone right now. So what does this thing do? Another removal spell. Like, there's an argument for Shreds of Sanity. We're gonna take Shreds of Sanity. Like, if we have, like, we could be black-red with, like, Deck and Stone, and this is a way to rebuy one of our cards. Right, so far, Sanitarium Skeleton is the only creature we have, but that is fine. I mean, so Shreds of Sanity is a little sketchy. Oh, 1 instant and 1 sorcery. Oh, brr, brr, brr. So these are all sorceries right now, which is not great. I guess we can Subjugator Angel. Right, that does give us power and toughness. Right, explosive apparatus is also a thing, but we're gonna at least take something that does something here. Right, we could right, we could end up red, like if we got a bunch of like alchemists whatever doodles. Alchemist whatever doodles, yeah, that's good. Alchemist greeting. There we go. We figured it out. Whatever doodles. So yeah, we just need some creatures. Anything. We're gonna take a puncturing light. Right, we might not be shreds of sanity-ing. Maybe another skeleton? I mean, Mockery of Nature is just big. Well, let's Shreds of Sanity. We do have, like, a big dumb idiot here. This lends itself to being blue, so we're gonna do that. We got a text, I think. Let's see who's texting me. Okay, somehow people got a hold of my number to ask me for money. No, thank you. All right, so infinite 6-drops here, which isn't great, but I mean, we have a plan. It is just to like kill all of their stuff. So it's probably a solid plan. I'll take the Garnet Corpse Trawler because we could be Esper. We're gonna take the white card because we definitely know, and there we go. Uh-oh, did you freeze? There we go. Okay, well, Thalia's Lancers is a good white card. I don't have anything to get with it right now, but it's fine. We'd be happy with Ghoulcaller's Apprentice or Thraben Foulbloods. But yeah, like 4/4 first striker, perfectly fine. So I think we're off Shreds of Sanity now. I don't think we're gonna do that. So this is any legendary card. Okay, so random legends go up in value. But yeah, you're gonna see me draft a lot of like black-white control decks and get excited about just like random pieces of value in this format. And it's gonna be great. Let me just say that right now. So like I'm down to clown with this. But I think it's just Thrabes, right? Like, we just Thrabes. Abundant Maw is fine. Abundant Maw is better than Necropod. But Thrabes gets us through our deck. And Abundant Maw could come back. We'll take Apothecary Geist. It's not great, but it's better than the 3rd Sanitarium Skeleton. Or I could take the Port Town. The Port Town could be a just in case land. Speaking of just in case. Okay. This wheeled last time. Ooh, that's good. We don't really have the red for it, but Dauntless Cathar is my girl. Or boy, whatever. Another Divine Reckoning, huh? The last one didn't wheel. But I'm just gonna take a Deadweight. Alright, I don't think Divine Reckoning's that great. I could be wrong. It is kind of a sweeper. Faithbearer's good. Foulblood. I'm just gonna focus on making sure we can cast our stuff. Like, this deck has a plan. right? It's just like gum things up, slowly get value, and like kill anything that even remotely close to mattering. Shreds of Sanity again. We don't have any red to make that work. I mean, it would be interesting, but I'm going to take Magnifying Glass. Our deck might be slow enough that we can just investigate. Like 6 mana draw a card could be good enough. I think we take the Paladin here. We could probably get a Puncturing Light back. So we're going to just take the Paladin. We could use some cheaper creatures. Like some 2 mana 2/2s kind of deal. Like nothing too crazy. Like the Necropod is fine. Like it'll win a game. But we do have a lot of 5s. We have a U, not a curve. We have a U. What is our 4? Our 4 is sever the bloodline. Okay. Right, we're just here to like hit land drops is all we want to do. And I mean, like I said, like if the Corpse Trawler comes back, we could get some blue in here. I say that we need cheaper spells and then take an 8-drop doing it. Like I would kind of want to have like 1 Sanitarium Skeleton, not 2. Oh, there was another one? Oh, geez. Okay, well, I think I'll cut Necropod for these guys. Just because it can help me like stabilize, gain some life. So it's a little sketchy, but we'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. We have a bunch of removal. What bad can happen? Yeah, so we need some things that we can... So none of these are great. We'll just take a black card here. I think it's Griffin. Like there's an argument for Corpse Trawler and trying to like get it in, but I think it's just that. I wasn't expecting that to come back. I think Field Creeper just as a 2-drop. Travel Prep. Like, no. Boop. Okay. Well, we're going to take Westfield Abbey. Haunted Dead would be good. Bidding would be good. But Westfield Abbey is another way to win the game. After the game has stalled out and we've just, like, run our opponents out of stuff, hopefully, then we can, like, Westfield Abbey. We're at 12 creatures. I mean, Sanitarium Skeletons are fine things. Well, you see, sometimes you're just in the right color combination. So, Forsaken Sanctuary would be nice to come back. But yeah, we're taking this, and Thalia's Lancers goes and gets it. I think we Haunted Dead here. Purge would be interesting if it came back. But Haunted Dead, right, some creatures would be good. The third one of these is kind of funny. Puncturing Light. I mean, we're not going to die early with like 2 dead weights and 2 puncturing lights. Like that just can't happen. We can't die early, I don't think. And then late we have the Maw to kind of like stabilize us if we do somehow have a low life total. I would trade the Sanitarium Skeletons for Thraben Inspectors. Like if we had double Thraben Inspector here in the next 2 picks, I just swap those out. Could have had so many of these. So many. I think we just take bidding. We can take Cryptolith Light, right? We have a bunch of big stuff here. The answer is probably Dawn Griffin. I'm taking Sever the Bloodline. Like this is value. Like even if our creatures aren't great, it is value. We might not play it though. So yeah, like we now have ways to win the game. So this fixes our mana. I don't think we need both of these. They have 13 creatures. It's not great. We don't have a lot of ways to draw cards. That's kind of our only thing. We have like pseudo card draw with like Sever the Bloodline getting 2 things. Thalia's Lancers, hopefully getting a Sorin. Westfield Abbey making creatures. I guess it's, you know what? We're gonna take Devil Thorn Fox. Or I guess we only have one of these. If we had 2, maybe I'd be a little more into it. But yeah, I kind of need. It's better than Field Creeper, right? Oh man, and then there's Imprison in the Mood. It's been like Esper, like sadness. So I think we're gonna lose both of these, I'm guessing. Oh man, Esper Sadness was still on the menu. Maybe I should have taken the land, man. So let's ditch Fragment. So we've got one thing to cut. Might be on Burial Rites. Like we don't have a ton of creatures we want to get back. Like it is a way to just get 2 things back. So we have 3 of these. If we would have had the it would have been pretty sketchy. I've cut one thing. Thraben Inspector, Deck and Stone, Pilgrim Thingy, whatever. Puncturing Light, Cathar. Like Cryptolith Fragment. It might be better to... Right, we could Magnifying Glass to get us past some of the... To get us to these 6 drops. How many creatures do we have now? 12. We could cut Angel. Because it's not great. And then... Yeah, this probably works. So let's give this a go. Alright, this is fine. Not that I'm like looking to Deck and Stone something turn 1, but we draw Black Source. I know I didn't count my mana, but I know we have 2 Forsaken Foreboding Ruins, so we should have a good way to we should have like 9 or 10 black sources. Probably like 9. What does this thing do? Okay. Right, not feeling that. Not feeling that at all. Power 3 or less. Well, I am liking Thalia's Lancers, so that's good. We do need to draw some lands here, but Thalia's Lancers get Sorin is good times. 3/2, okay. Perfect. I will just Puncturing Light. Can I Puncturing Light it? Are they just gonna like suit this thing up? They might. Which will be a little annoying, but yeah, well, I mean, it makes them use their turn. So that's fine. Sure. A lot annoying, but what are you gonna do? Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Get 2, thank you very much. That was alright. In for that, thank you. That is hot fire. Now, it does leave me with a lot of situational removal, but I mean, how can you turn down the like eat their turn? Oh. Time to Thalia's Lancers. Oh, does he have a legendary creature or a legendary thing? Oh yeah, he does. He does. Yep. There we go. Did they not even get a nice? That should get a nice. They should be like, nice. Yeah, it is nice. So, yeah. And we draw a land, we just like Sorin and Jam. With a 4/4 first striker on the board. So, that's pretty good. Sure. And this gives it +1/+1. Okay. Do I block? I might not block. I probably should. Like make them use a trick. Cause they could use a trick and then I could like Sorin them if I draw land. And then they're in a bad way. Like I don't wanna make a pump spell good. Unless like I have to. So alright, yeah, I wish I hit my 6th land. Okay. That's awkward. Not a fan. Not cool at all, man. Not cool at all. I guess we can't draw a land, like a thing that deals with that and a land. I can do this. Boop. Sure. And then I'll deadweight this. Right, if we draw lands, we're pretty good here. Now, Puncturing Light is on because it is 3 or less. So I can, even if they put the equipment on it, I can Puncturing Light it and kill it. And get our 4/4 back. So that is not too bad. We will take that. I'd rather them like tap out beforehand. Alright. Are we just all in on this guy? Are you serious right now? Wow. Okay. Sure. Okay, target creature is double strike. I'm gonna just... I'm gonna do this guy dirty. Do we have a trick? I don't think it really matters. I mean, I'd be fine if you cast something on it. Right, unless there's a flash enchantment. There we go. No attacks. Alright. We are at the like weird conditional removal spell phase of the game. But I have 2. So if they pump, I can get it before I can do it again and fizzle their pump spell. Decline. There we go. They had the pump spell. It got fizzled. Tap a non-human. Okay. Do I Sorin now? I'm gonna Sorin now. Like, let's go.
You should fear those born of darkness. Decisive action brings
Take
victory.
8. All right. No attacks. Take 8. Get it. Get it? Soren's not playing, man. So take 8. Get got. Plus.
I will outlive you.
All right.
And
Take
your
5.
progeny.
Solid. Let's send him to the Shadow Realm. All right. Well, Thalia's Lancers did what they were supposed to do there. I use my only black source, so I can't just end the game now with Abundant Maw. So that's a big boo there, but sure, that's fine. Plus, get him. Land. Okay.
Millennia of victories are on my side.
We're gonna attack. Can we just cast it? Yeah, we can. Get him. There we go. 1 down. This format is so good. All right. Well, yep. Thalia's Lancers again, which means we have Sorin again, and we have removal spells again. Slow. We are a little vulnerable to like red, black, or well, there's red, so that's not exactly what we wanted to see. But we do have some ways to gain life here. So, and right, we have 2 dead weights and 2 thingies, piercing light. So we hopefully won't get run over. If it's blue-red, it's also a little sketchy, but this feels like it should be all right. Like if we get to like play, I'm just kidding, blue-red. If we get to play something early, we should be all right. Like if as long as they don't play like Thermo Alchemist here, I'll feel okay. Because then this certain death has to go to Thermo Alchemist. We did 13. Our opponent with Sorin upticks, which is pretty impressive from last game. Okay. I don't think they have Thermo Alchemist. Is this Tormenting Voice? Man, the sick reads. Okay. Well, Magnifying Glass is good. It gets us to Thalia's Lancers sooner. And can give us a way to, like, hang. Like, we can get to certain death and kind of, like, be able to hang in there. I'm just gonna play Magnifying Glass. Like, if they want to, like, convolute this, like, more power to them. Alright. I don't know why they got rid of the Skulk guy. Maybe they just didn't think it was good enough. Are we gonna tap out for something? I also feel better about drawing. Okay. So they don't have up blue now, so that's good. I'll use Lancers. Show me the Sorin. So you can't... They can't just, like, chill. Like, they've got to deal with this Thalia's Lancers. Because it is, like, a 4/4. So they can't just be like, I'm going to, like, hold up mana to counter the Sorin. Because then I just won't cast the Sorin. And if they try to play something bigger than Thalia's Lancers, I can just sever the Bloodline it. Or certain death it, depending on what it is. Like, I can't play around Convolute like that in terms of, like, the removal spells. Yep, okay. I'm going to attack. I probably could have played Westvale Abbey there, but all right. I'll just do this. All right. If they want to pay 4 mana to investigate, well, I have 7 power on the board. Like, cool. Okay, what is this? Okay. Does this work? Oh. Oh, they make the piles. Okay. Guess they're gonna put a galvanic bombardment in each pile. So then it would, they know it's gonna deal 3. And I'll give them the one that doesn't have the mercurial. Maybe I want them to have the mercurial thing because I can kill it. That might be the way to go. I'm gonna give them the mercurial thing. So, the opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand. Right, so one I choose goes into their hands. I'm gonna choose that one. Now they could have a bunch of galvanic bombardments to kill my creatures, which I guess I have to like deal with, but yep. Okay. So I'm gonna sever the bloodlines here, and then play this guy. Sure. Because I didn't want... I don't want to... I want to do my best to get Sorin down on, like, an empty board. And just not have to... Literally don't care about that. Like, doesn't have power and toughness. Okay, they're going to try to mill me out. Alright. It's Sorin time? Take one. Alright, no attacks. It's an 0-4. So they're gonna try to mill me out. That's fine. Like, I can sever the bloodlines this. And I guess it's cute. Magnifying glass with fleeting memories. Are they getting back? Are they getting back things here? What is this? Okay. Epiphany, sure. Seems reasonable. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep running this thing up. I may sever the bloodlines, the Geist of the Archives. Oh, okay, well.
I feel no sorrow from
yeah, okay, they're like, we're not gonna win. Excellent. Pause. Alright, so this is good. 2-drop, cheap removal spell, good removal spell. Haunted Dead. We don't have Values Lancers, I don't know what to do. But I do have a blocker, so that's good. And like, Haunted Dead is a reasonable thing to feed to the Maw. Sure. Speaking of reasonable things to feed to the Maw, we're gonna attack with this guy. I'm gonna take the damage here, because this does make a 1/1 spirit that can block this guy. So we'll just like plan ahead here. Sure. And like, I figure they're not blocking. That's fine. I don't know if I want to Abundant Maw right now. I mean, if you want to use a trick to get rid of like part of my two, okay. I thought that was coming with a trick. All right. Cool. I'm gonna just end the turn here. I can make a... Sure. Let's Puncturing Light this. How we feeling? Feeling good about that? Alright. Let's Puncturing Light this. How we feeling? We feeling good about this? Oh yeah, that's brutal. Sure. Uh-huh. Alright. I guess I could have just jammed in there. Maybe they'll play another Apothecary, guys. Okay, that's fine. I have another one. Like I said, I have another one. Always money in the banana stand. There we go. This is fine. 2-drop. Like, Unburial Rites is not, like, the best thing, but... I mean... If I keep playing against planes, all these, like, 2-mana 2/2s are going to be good. Skulk guy? Okay, sure. Uh-huh. Sure, sure. Oh, here, get, yeah, get big, buddy. I think we're gonna just Guardian of Pilgrims on this guy and bash. I will allow it. Thank you. That's fine. Uh-huh. Alright, so we're gonna take 2 here. I mean, we kind of just want to keep the board clear, so... This is fine so far. Sure. Gain some life. No blocks. Alright, no attacks. Like, I don't know, this game is not going to be won on, like, the margins. Like, we're going to win by a little or... We're going to win by a lot or not at all. Sure, it's instant or sorcery, right? Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. How you feeling, Mausoleum Wanderer? Okay. No attacks. I want to be able to double block the 2/3. They have another trick, so be it. And then I'll try to kill the... Okay. That hurts a decent amount. Alright, Begone. And Begone Flyer. It does give them a card, which sucks, but... Like, land here is good. Like, if we can draw a land to certain death this thing, then we're kind of in business. Right, they've drawn a lot of lands. So, like, land to certain death, as long as they don't have a counter, we kind of stabilize and then get the game to where we want it. Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Perfect. Now, lands are good because it gets us to Ma. Spells are good. Yep. I'm not gonna Unburial Rites at 2/2 right now. And I think Puncturing Light probably gets most of the things in their deck. Like I said, probably gets most of the things in their deck. Yep. And then I can Abundant Maw. Now they could have a trick here, but they didn't have anything before. Not that I guess they didn't have any. I didn't use anything that would require a trick. So okay. Just waiting on lands. Lands, or I guess Thalia's Lancers would be good. Okay. Guy. I will gain 3. You will lose 3. If you counter it, I have burial rates. All right. Okay, they didn't concede to this like the last opponent, so that's sad. Yeah. I figured they had their hand is just a bunch of removal. So, like, I figured that was the case. And I've just not played a lot of creatures from the to do anything to. So, it makes sense. Do I have any reason to hold on to lands? No, I don't. There was the, Sure. We will take 2. No, I guess we won't. We'll puncturing like this. Yep. This is allowed. I mean, sure. I mean, my deck is just like, it's not okay for their deck, I don't think. Oh, okay, that was neat. Okay. All right, that's fine. How many lands do I have here? Do I have 11 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, you're bigger, so let's get rid of you. We will sever the bloodline. We will play a Westfield Abbey. Alright, so I probably just make token and block. Because it saves me life. Okay. I want to just sever the bloodline here. Let's, again, keep the board clean. And then we'll Griffin. 9-turn clock, baby. Well, Westfield Abbey can make that a much shorter clock. Alright, that's a land. Do I just get in with Griffin? I think I do. Like, if they have a piercing light, like, we'll let them use it. Like, I have a steady stream of chump blockers from Westfield Abbey. They have another flash guy. Yeah, I don't know if they have lands or what they have. All right. We'll get in for 3. That's fine. Sorry, 1-1. Not our finest hour, bud. 14. Kill that. Is there a... Okay. Alright. That's a thing. That is a thing. Alright, we're back in the same situation we were before. Westfield Abbey's worse now. Uh-huh. Jesus. I'm just gonna get back a 2/2 for 2. Like, this at least lets me block. Here. We got 15 cards left. Alright. 2 of them are Soren, so that's good. We have another thing? Are we just bouncing something? Okay. This is, oh, it's an instant. Okay, I'm dead. Wow. We just drew... We drew a lot of lands that game. This is fine. Like, the Devil Thorn Fox. And then we can let Guardian Pilgrim. We draw a land, maybe there's... It depends on what they play. Alright, I'm gonna, like, take this turn, the turn to do this. Because this lets me get down Faithbearer Paladin. I'm thinking of a Magnifying Glass, because I would have investigated that last game. At least I hope I would have. Okay. That's fine. So... Oh, that's okay. A 3/4 is pretty good. I do need a black source. I mean, a 3/4 lifelink against green-red is probably good. A black source to turn on certain death would be Amaze Balls. But we're doing pretty solid. So, like, if I block, it opens me up to the 1 mana plus 3/0, Benevolent, whatever. And it opens me up to the Galvanic Bombardment. So I may not want to block here. But it does, I mean, it does trade card. Or they can have an Arlen, and that is a thing.
For everyone who fears the encroaching night. We won't be caged.
Yep. Neat. Well, I don't have... So they have to block with something here, and I get to gain 4 life. Okay. And then this becomes a... And this, like, deals 3. Okay. And then you transform it back. Okay. Land and we're golden. We're Gucci. Like, black land, actually. Black land and we're Gucci. Black land and we are Gucci. So this creature's control, get +1. Okay, that's fine. Well, not great, but fine. Sure. We're gonna make them big, or shoot something. I think they're gonna play another creature and then go big. Oh, we need a swamp here. Our deck started out so strong. Yep, it's fine.
We have predator instincts on our side.
And then... Okay, cool. Alright. We're kind of getting owned here. No blocks. Sure. Why white source? Gonna attack Arlen. Sure. Doke. Why? Why? I guess we're still at 20. Okay, how do oh, Faithbearer Paladin. Sure.
Our hearts
Okay.
beat with wild vigor.
So, I mean, there is a chance that I can Soren. Okay, I can't Soren and kill Arlen. I was supposed to crack the clue. I was supposed to crack the clue there. That was bad. All right, well, here you go. Like, go nuts, because I don't have anything to do. All right, that was not great. I should have cracked the clue, because I would have been able to crack this clue in case it's like a tapped black source on top. But we are like in a bad way. Yeah. Not great here.
We won't be caged.
Sure. Yeah, we're just dead. Wait, do you have a trick too? Sure. Yeah, I don't know why you do that then, but fine. Don't worry, it wasn't a black source. It's fine. Finally. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, we just never drew a black source. Yeah, and it wouldn't have mattered if we would have cracked that clue. Yeah, that was rough. All right, I guess we're doing this again. We have some ramp. We need a swamp. Go to cast Certain Death, and like Abundant Maw at a reasonable time. But this is fine. Not thrilling, but fine. Still need a swamp. If I go back and like there's only like 6 black sources in this deck, I'm gonna be like livid. Sure. I'm probably just gonna block with the Devil Thorn Fox, even though they might have a trick. They could have the Flash guy. Sure. I mean, I'm blocking your... Oh, I'm not blocking. Never mind. Wow. Jesus! Okay. I can't block that, so I'm just gonna attack. Uh-huh. So, if I never draw a black source, I just lose all my games. So that's what we've learned. Sure. Are we just riding this one thing? Awesome. Black source. Okay. Let's get this out of here. They can attack and tap it, so I'm just going to attack. You're right, because they can, like, since it has vigilance, they can attack, and while it's attacking, tap a thing. So, yep. Land. Do I get to do this? So yeah, they get to do the tap and attack, tap and attack and tap trick. There we go. Maybe they don't realize they can. Again, a land would be good. A land would be very good here. Because then I can certain death this stupid paladin. Okay. Get out of here. See, I don't think there's a hexproof thing, so yep, that's fine. Get that out of here. Fine. Yep. Sure. 3/4. Yep. Uh-huh. Do not blow up my magnifying glass. I need it. I guess I could have, like, Mockery of whatever, which would be wild. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right, so they're on one card. It was apparently bad. Do I just sever this, or do I just make it not matter? Or just make it small so I don't care that much? Like, if I sever it, I can attack. Yeah, I'm well aware. But I can attack with a 2/2 and then save this for something that's big. This slows the game down. Sure. But let's say they play like a big thing that I would much rather have the sever for. I would rather have the sever for that big thing. Is this, while this is annoying, I can like chip in for 2 because they are at 7. I guess I didn't realize they were at 7. They are at 7, so that is a good thing to know. Yep. Uh-huh. Sure. Annoyed. Uh-huh, do I want to... Is there anything I want to get back? Could double block something? I mean, I can double block this guy. These are both non... I will get the 2/2. So I can block Heron's Grace Champion. Another one? Is this for real right now? I got DJ Khaled? I mean, they were at low life total, but now they are definitely not. All right. No attacks. Like, we're just trying to stay alive. Uh-huh. Are you gonna tap my guy? You know what? I'm not gonna attack. Come at me, bro. Sure. Like, do they have another flash thing? Because all of their cards that were like giant threats. Okay. Passing to attackers. Alright. Right. Investigate. Draw. All right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna block. That's how that goes. Yep, yep. So this is gonna take a bit. Is all I can say. Is this is going to take a bit. If we win, it's gonna take a while. I think we like block with Haunted Dead, or they just draw a thing that gives trample, and so that is a thing that happens. Have they learned that they can? Oh, this isn't a spirit. Okay, it's not a human. Okay. They did draw a trample thing. That's good to know. All right, we're kind of learning. This is good. We're not learning. Okay. Come on. Pass the blockers. 1, 2, 3. 3 blocks. Do we get something off the board here? Let's see. We're gonna investigate. I should have waited. That was bad. Yep. Okay, left with my spirit. That's good. Let's draw a card. Solid work. Deadweight this guy. Yep. Took me 2 deadweights, but we got there. We're gonna unburial rights this. Okay. Now, if I make it through this turn, okay. I was gonna say if I make it through this turn, but 1, 2. All right. I go to 1. This comes into play tapped. I'll discard 2 lands. 1, 1, 2. It'll be untapped. Uh-huh. Can we draw something good here? Sever the Bloodline would be good. That's fine. No attacks. All right. Yeah, you gain life. Block. Block. Block? Block? It's like my whole board. It is, right? Is there a way I can block and not lose my whole board? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Block like this. Block like this. So they can kill one of these. Plus the 1/1. Yeah, that's probably good. Now, we are really hoping that one of these draws I have coming up here is good. Because, yep. We'll Mega Spirit. Jesus. This is quite the slog. Crack this clue. Let's sever the bloodline on this thing. And I'm gonna attack for 2. Alright. Did we finally get there? What does this thing do? Okay. Target aura, which is I think the base unbroken thing. Sure. We're gonna unbroken face something. I mean, I guess you need to keep it in case I Ormandal, in case I'm feeling particularly frisky. But I'm just gonna sever this thing. And I'm just gonna keep trying to draw cards. They're at 17. Jesus. Jesus. You mad lad. Okay, that's fine. Like, that gets the spirit off the battlefield. I 1 short of Sorening. Alright. I'm not gonna attack. Because, like, anything they play is giant. Okay. Gonna investigate. Okay, Sorin. Plus Sorin.
I did not start this fight, but I bleed.
Thalia's Lancers. We will decline. No attacks. We've got 9 cards left. If one of them is a
You lack my sympathy.
one of those cards that is remaining is an 8-drop. would be quite good if Soren hit it. I'm going to save that land for Haunted Dead. So I could downtick on Steadfast Cathar here. There we go. We did it. Whew. Let's see, I could downtick on Steadfast Cathar, gain 3, be at 4, and kind of be stabilized. I told you it's going to take a while. We have black mana. That's a new thing. This is totally a keep. Not really feeling Decking Stone anything right now. But this into Flyer. A little bit of protection here. Should be good. Sever the Bloodline has been great. Just being like giant repeatable removal spell. Let's build out our board here. I don't think I want to... Like, I'll take 3. Or I could double block. I run the risk of losing the Dawn Griff. Alright, so whenever another creature can... Alright, so... Do I just kill this? I feel like I just kill this. Sorry, Olivia, mobilize for war. Like, I can't... Like, I can't let you, I can't let you do that. I'm sorry. Like, not allowed. Like, the counters just put me too far behind. And, like, it makes Piercing Light bad as well. Because now everything's a little bit bigger, and Piercing Light might not be able to get it. We're gonna block. Sure. Pretty neat. Okay. That's fine. That is okay. I'm gonna Piercing like this before blockers. See if they have like a pump spell that they feel compelled to use to save it. They could hit one with the clue, but I feel like this is kind of the best use of my turn here. We're still, I guess, I was like, they're still thinking, but Bloodseeker, there we go. And do I block? I'll block. If they want to discard a card to, I guess they could have like Make Mischief. Okay. That's fine. I don't super care about any of those. Alright. And this thing is +2/+0. Short Gnarlwood Dryad. Alright, they've got black for something. Oh, here's black. Bite spell. Okay. Or bite spell, whatever. 100% will block here. Sure. That is fine. He's gonna pass the turn. They've got what? Creature, sorcery, instant. Or no blocks. Make a 1/1. That's pretty good. They can't flip this yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they play a land that makes 7, they can flip this. I'm just gonna plus.
Sometimes violence is the only
Play a land. Like, I have a blocker. Like, even if they do some stuff to Sorin, it'll be fine. Like, he's at 7 loyalty. I guess they can get some reasonable amount of damage in. But I don't know if they can get 7. Alright. So they flip that. Everything attacks Sorin. I will block here. If they want to discard the card, that's fine. I guess what do we want to draw? That only does 2 damage, like that's fine. Oh, that was kind of what I was thinking, but let's see what Sorin reveals. How many?
hearts are racing.
Oh, okay, well I can do that and kill this. And now they know that I have a piercing light to take care of anything they attack with. Yep. I mean, if you got a spell, you got a spell. I'd rather kill that. And like I said, if they have a trick, like I'm fine with it. And if they have to like discard a card and blah blah blah, sure. Let's tick this up. Like I think we're gonna just win this game now because of Sorin. We'll just double sever the bloodline, and that should be that. I mean, I don't know how they're coming back from that turn. And they know anything that they play, I just kill again, so there we go. Alright, we have interaction, we have a little bit of ramp. Like, we need some creatures, but Piercing Light will hopefully get their first thing. Or first thing that matters. I mean, if they don't play a 2-drop, okay. Well, it doesn't get that first thing. That's a problem. Alright, so we might be in trouble now. Let's find out. I think we Haunted Dead. Because we can Haunted Dead into Ma. Oh, no. Okay, well... yeah. I'm guessing that Ma is really going to have to do a workman-like job here. Because, yeah, it's not looking good. So this is 7. So I have 5 mana. This would be 3. Alright, so... do I... I'm going to attack all here. Sure. We're going to get that. They can not make it big enough to not die. And then I can Maw for 3. Get a 6/4 and undo like some pings here. So I've got a 6/4 and they've got 1 damage a turn. Which is good. Not gonna lie. 1 damage a turn can be annoying. Ow. Or they might have 35 damage this turn. We'll find out. Sure. Do you have another spell? Okay, that's fine. Uh-huh. I'm gonna do this. So we'll Thraves, because that's a blocker. I will draw a card, because that is fun. I will play this land, because that is also fun. Or, not land, guy. And I will get in for 2 with that. Alright. That's fine. And we are pretty close to just casting this Maw again. So fine. If I double block and they have, yeah, it's not worth it. We'll just get in. We'll just take our, we'll just chump block here. Okay, so many of the, oh, a Sever the Bloodline would just be brutal. Uh-huh. I just jammed this guy. What was here? Oh, maybe I should have played the tap land. Yeah, maybe. Merge. I can just kill this off. Gain 3. They can bounce it again. I can gain 3 again. If they bounce it again, I can, like, discard these 2 to get back Haunted Dead, and then cast the Abundant Maw again. I'll probably have to chump again. Like if they have like a big draw spell though, I'm in a world of hurt. Yep. Ow. Ow. Yep. Not cool. Yeah, like Sever the Bloodline on this board is kind of nutty. No blocks or blocks. We're gonna block. Yep, it's fine. I'd rather draw another land here, but we'll see what we get. Oh well, that's a pretty good land to draw. 1, 2. We'll get Haunted Dead back. Make a 1/1. And then we will feed Haunted Dead to the thing again. Give me that. Alright. So I've dealt 9 damage with Abundant Maw. So that's not bad. So I guess they can kill it with one of their scobs. And then I would bring it back with Unburial Rites. So yeah, if we draw a land, if we draw an untapped land, we can do. Okay, there's Pyrehound. Annoying. Okay. I'm going to back for 1 with that. I mean, I could swing out, but I run the risk of dying. I'm gonna Unburial Rite the Haunted Dead. That gives me more blockers. Okay. Reasonable, I guess. Yeah, like, Piercing Light's not good against the Scobs, just because they can, like, grow them and make it so they can't... Okay. I can... do this. Uh-huh. So that guy gets small and can't really pump. Attack with those. And then I can Piercing Light. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Done. Like, it's gonna die, but it's gonna take more stuff than I think they realize. So I'll get the Pyre Hound, and then they have to lose their Scob as well. They were gonna lose both anyway. But I guess it just makes them use mana. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, maybe I should have just been content to get the 2-for-1 there. All right. So I go to 10 or 8. Then I get a card. I mean, another Abundant Maw wins. Sorin might win. We are short some creatures here, but alright, that's great. So we're each doing 2 a turn, but I'm ahead in the race. What do we get? What do we get? Anything good? It's a land. I'm gonna play untap land because it lets me make a clue and draw a card, or I can make a guy, but I really don't want to make a guy here. All right. So, like, I could just die here. I'm at 6. Right? There is a chance that they just have 3 spells in hand and kill me. So, okay, I was gonna say land is not 3 spells. I guess I need 2 spells. So do they have another spell? Fingers crossed for no. All right, we're going to investigate, and then we're gonna crack this clue. Okay. Those are 2 pretty good draws. This is 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can do. We're gonna attack with these 2. Like, okay. And say I can attack, and then Abundant Maw and Sorin all in the same turn. Whew, that deck always scares me. This is the last one for 7. Yeah, this is fine. A little land heavy, but we have removal spell. We have a little bit of a few threats here, so that is workable. We have Westvale Abbey, 100% blocking that. Yeah, Thalia's Lancers into Sorin? Like, yes, please. Sure. I'm gonna eat that. No attacks. Right, we're... Discard a card. What does this do? Alright, so that's fine. Like, we're just trying to control the board so that we can Thalia's Lancers into Sorin. Yes, I'd like to take this action. I'd like to get a Sorin out of my deck. Yes. Yes, indeed. No attacks. What did they discard? Okay, that's fine. Doesn't give them first strike or anything. Okay, that's cool. I will block this thing. 1 block. So discarding a card doesn't do any good. Yep. Okay, you have one card left. Do I just Sorin neg 3? So if I Sorin neg 3 this, they could... If I plus it, like either way they can kill it. Like there's a chance they can kill it. Maybe I should have played Westfield Abbey. Right, their last... Or they have a land.
Vengeance and blood.
I think that if I go 1, 2, 3 and shoot that, they can't discard a card and kill it. Okay. Now, this has to be a land, and then they can kill Sorin. Yeah, alright. So I'm gonna block. Like, I'm fine with that. Okay. We're going to... Oh no, they just annihilated themselves. Right, I get both of them. Oh geez, and this is only, is this Planeswalker as well? No, just creature. Sure. Yeah, they annihilated themselves. Like, that is not good for them at all.
Sometimes violence is the only way.
Eh. Not often, but this could be true. Yeah, alright, so this went well. The fact that they had like 2 of the weirded vampires, not a good look. Or they have to spend 2 spells on this. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, can we hit something big?
Cunning rewards the strong.
That's good. I don't have anything I want to get back. And next comment. There we go. We did it. We did it. Thalia's Lancers into Sorin. Too good. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Yeah, that was... Boom. Give me all 7 of these. All 7 of these. Like, what were our first, like, 5 picks were all removal spells, right? We took like a Sever, we took a Deadweight. Oh no, we started on Deckenstone, then something else, and then it was like Deadweight, Sever, Certain Death, and then we got the Thalia's Lancers and the Sorin. Like pack 2 and pack 3, like just like opened hot fire. Yeah, I mean, we were low on creatures, but when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 removal spells. And multiple times Deckenstone and Sever the Bloodline got multiple creatures. Like that last game, it was just silly. Because I was like, oh, Sorin will go to like 1 or 2. It'll be fine. It was like, no, I just get everything. Abundant Ma, like the blue-red game, like gained us 9 life. Because we kept getting it bounced and casting it again. Like, just wonderful. So I was Bryan from the Casual Tryhard podcast. You want to listen to me and my podcast partner James talk all things Magic, just search CasualTryHardMTG. If you want to reach out to us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, all that stuff, links in the description. If you want to support the podcast in these videos, 1, like and subscribe. You're already here. And 2, what's the second thing you should do? Oh yeah, you should click our TCG Player affiliate link. and then go buy some cards, and we'll get a small little bit of that. Or click on our Patreon link and support us directly. So with that, we'll catch you on the internets.